So this is a Mixeroo Tabata quickie. We've had a similar list of exercises this month, which I've enjoyed. This time we're going to incorporate a band. So if you have a stretchy band, a lighter stretchy band is what I would say. And you can make it into a circle that is just about the size, like if you were to sit down and tie the circle around your knees or your thighs, I would make it that wide. You don't have to add any extra resistance when you tie it up because we'll be pressing out into it. I already have a circle and it's not too heavy. The more resistant you go, it'll change the experience. So you can play around with that on your own. I'm sure it will be exciting. And that's all I'm going to use aside from our friend Donna, the Tabata guide. And that's the whole story. So when I press start, we're going to get started with, I'm going to move my mat actually because we don't need it, at least I don't need it for this first part. I feel like I'm changing my mind and I think I want to just put this on right now. I mean, let's get crazy. You know what? Let's do it. I'm going to put my band on right now. Okay? I'm also just going to make sure this is, okay. Let's put it on right now and then we'll press go. Sneakers are optional. Okay, doing it. Done. This band is clearly optional. If at any time you start to dislike it, just toss it to the wind. Okay, let's press go on Donna. And we're going to start standing and squatting.
Starting your Tabata workout.
There she is. There she is.
Exercise.
Okay, so it's just a nice, easy squat. Warm-up squat. I haven't done much to warm up this morning. I don't know about you. I haven't gone on any walks or anything. So I'm going to pay attention. Breathe, check in with my parts along the way. When you're pressing outward a little bit into your band, that helps you to warm up the hips a little bit better. Okay, she said rest. So now we're going right into a split squat.
Exercise.
And I'm going to lower. So this is not going to impact this too much. This could be a thing if your band is a bit tight. You might want to just pull it up around your hips. This is giving me a little bit of extra resistance. I don't hate it, so I'm going to keep it exactly where it is. I'm focusing on alignment here, keeping my knee in line with my spine, my right knee, my right thigh.
Rest.
And then other side. I have my right leg forward, my left leg back. I'm going to hold on a little bit to the wall.
Exercise.
Back heel comes up. Okay, so I mentioned this in the last time we did the Tabata. This is the exercise that can sometimes make my back not feel good. I've figured that out. So I'm taking this down a notch. I'm giving myself some extra help, reducing my range of motion a little bit. That's one way to tackle an exercise that's giving you trouble.
Rest.
Okay, come on up. So now we're going to come onto the ground, a modified plank. I'm coming down.
Exercise.
Toes forward, knees up. And then come down. And down. Trying to keep the shoulders away from the ears along the way. 4 more-ish.
Rest.
Woo. Okay, so now we have the wide elbow push-up. I'm going to walk my knees back, come into a modified plank position,
Exercise.
and go. So many ways to do a modified push-up. Coming to the wall, leaning on a counter or some steps, okay? Side plank. So we're gonna use the band a bit for this one. I'm coming down with my right hand.
Exercise.
Left arm up, outside leg. There it is. Okay, so if this was a heavier band, more resistant, I should say, this would be intense. It's pretty intense right now. I like it actually. I'm definitely using both hips quite a bit. Let's try and keep the shoulder over the wrist.
Rest.
Side two. I just have to turn off this heater. There we go.
Exercise.
There it is. Okay, now this side is a lot harder for me. Yeah, so it's a smaller movement. Wow. Crazy. Yeesh.
Rest.
Okay, we're coming onto our belly. I'm coming into kind of a cactus position with my arms.
Exercise.
Lifting the head, neck, and shoulders. I'm going to keep my elbows and my palms down. A little bit of pressure down into the pubic bone. Super deep breaths. You can try inhaling on the way up or exhaling.
Rest.
Okay, and now we're coming up, grabbing our invisible jump rope.
Exercise.
It's right there. And go. And there's so many other things you can do besides jump rope, since we are creating an invisible world. You can jog. You can skip. You can hop. You can jump rope 1 foot at a time. This is the one I like.
Rest.
And then come here, good. Last one, zombie kicks. I'm gonna leave my band on for this too.
Exercise.
It's almost like I wanna tap my toes. Okay, so for the second round, when we go through this again, you're welcome to make some changes. I'm gonna go through the whole thing again just as we did,
Rest.
because that was really sort of my warm-up round. Okay, so make a change if you'd like. Grab some weights. It's totally up to you.
Exercise.
Squat. I'm pressing the knees out into the band along the way. Tushy squeeze at the top. You can even add a hop at the top, by the way, if you want to bring this up a notch, cardiovascular wise.
Rest.
Okay, and I'm coming back to my split squat position. Left foot forward, right leg back.
Exercise.
Back heel up, down and up. I'm trying to keep my weight in both feet along the way.
Rest.
And then side two, right foot forward, left foot back. Feet hip distant.
Exercise.
Back heel up.
Rest.
Okay, now we have our modified plank knee lift coming back. Coming back down.
Exercise.
And lift. When I push my hands down, I pull my belly in. Neck is long.
Rest.
Okay, push-ups.
Exercise.
This is an exercise where you really are using the front and the back of the body. I'm really lifting my abdominals. I'm using my glutes. This is a modified plank, so, at its core. So take that plank position and let it move. Maybe your range of motion is small. That's great, that's fine.
Rest.
I'm going to start with my harder position for my side plank. Just 'cause.
Exercise.
We're just meeting our body where it's at.
Rest.
Whew. And then side two. Hand under shoulder.
Exercise.
Yeah, so I think the reason why it's easier for me to lift this leg is I think it's because my bottom hip is a little stronger, and that's the support that I need, partially, to be able to lift this bottom leg. I'm sort of pushing down to be able to lift.
Rest.
Okay, on the belly. This time a little different. Cactus arms first.
Exercise.
And I'm gonna lift as well through the legs this time. And the arms are coming away from the floor. This is a move you can really do your own way. Keeping the arms down, keeping the legs down, just lifting the head, neck, and shoulders. Okay, there's so many ways to do it. Please breathe.
Rest.
Okay, jump rope.
Exercise.
Exercise.
Rest.
Rest. This one I'm going to do a jog in place instead of the zombie kicks.
Exercise.
Try to get your shoulders down and your chest to lift a little bit. A lot of people end up jogging like this.
Rest.
Okay, so this is our last set. Sometimes it goes so fast. I'm gonna add a heel lift to my squat.
Exercise.
Back, up, back, up. Pressing the knees out. The breath is really the foundation of the movement. Try and find a nice deep breath for yourself along the way.
Rest.
Okay, split squats. Again, I'm keeping mine the same. Grab a weight if you'd like to shift here. Left foot forward, right foot back.
Exercise.
Back heel up. Your pace is up to you, by the way. Should have said that in the beginning. Going slower or faster than me is fine.
Rest.
Side two. Right foot forward, left foot back. Lift the back heel.
Exercise.
Exercise.
Rest.
Okay. Knee lift. Knee lift. A little bit of a rounded spine.
Exercise.
I like that little bit of a cat back. Helps me connect to the abdominals a little bit more. If staying neutral is better for you, do that.
Rest.
Woo, push up. Okay, here we go.
Exercise.
Woo.
Rest.
Side plank. Going back to that difficult side.
Exercise.
Head back, pelvis forward a little bit here. Whew.
Rest.
Challenging.
Exercise.
Yeah, this side just feels like it makes more sense. Like there's more connections to support the leg lift. Still not easy though. Whew.
Rest.
On the belly.
Exercise.
So now I'm just going to keep my head where it is and lift the arms and the legs, using the abdominals Lengthening the spine out. Stretching forward through the crown of the head and back through the toes.
Rest.
Okay. Jump rope. Here we go.
Exercise.
All right.
Rest.
And then I'm going back to my jog. Go back to that jog.
Exercise.
Okay. Last 10 seconds.
Rest.
Okay. That was it. I think, right? Let's see.
Done. Great workout. You spent 20 minutes 7 seconds exercising.
Oh my gosh. Okay, but we're not done. We are going to take this off. Take this off the feet. Carefully. Okay. You know what, I'm going to put this down. I could use this, but I just changed my mind. I'm going to use a long, regular band. I think it'll feel a little bit nicer, okay? So you can grab yours. Mine is a medium light resistance. So coming up to stand, shoulders down. Just take a nice deep breath. And we'll pull the band apart and come back in. Push down through your feet. Let's do 8 more. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring the band across the thighs, arms right by your sides, palms facing the side body, lift the chest, and gently press back. See if you can press back almost with less force than you want to, so you can lift your chest. Or try to. 6 more. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come on back. Just let your shoulders relax, ear to shoulder for a moment. And then come back to the center. Walk the hands in a bit, so they're quite a bit closer. Elbows will stay wide. Imagine that the top portion of the arm is going to stay exactly where it is. Plug your shoulders down and then press out through the bottom half of the arm. And think about pulling your shoulder blades down and together. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relax down. Flip the palms, palms up. Thumbs out. You can just wrap your fingers around and keep your thumbs out east and west. Elbows in, lift your chest, reach back with the thumbs. 8 more. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And come on down. Flip your palms one more time. Hands kind of close to one another. I'll show you the side view for this. You're going to keep the left arm where it is. Pull the right arm back. Follow your back elbow with your nose. Reach forward as much as you're reaching back. And then come back to center. So really find your two-way stretch here. From one arm to the other. This is a deep twist. Exhale as you rotate. One more each way. Other side. And then come on back in. Roll the shoulders just a little bit. I'm going to climb out to the edges. My band is not very long. We're going to step on the band. You can keep adjusting your band until you have the resistance that you like for this next bit. I'm just going to do these. I hope my band doesn't break. It's short because it already broke once. Actually, what I think I'm going to do, since mine is a little short, you can stay standing if you have a lot of extra resistant band here. I'm going to come here for my bicep curl. And I'm limited because my band is stretched, but it's still a bicep curl. I'm just not moving in that full range of motion. I'm going to do 8 more. 8. So you theoretically could bring your hand all the way to your shoulder. 7, 6, and 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay? That's all the resistance I got. Keep yourself standing on your band. Bring the arms out a bit. Lift the chest, hips forward. Shift your weight into your right leg. Press the left leg out. Find your balance. And hold here. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Return. Take a breath. Side 2. Shift. Reach out a bit. And press it out. And breathe. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and then come all the way down. That side is so much harder for me. Okay, let's step off the band carefully. Wiggle the fingers. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. And we're going to come down to the foam roller now. You can either have a full length or a short foam roller. We're going to first roll the quads out, okay? So grab your foam roller. Grab a drink of water if you'd like. I'm just going to grab a quick one now. Okay. So we're going to bring the foam roller right underneath the thighs. Like this. And then come on down into kind of like a forearm plank type thing. And I'm going to roll out the top half of my thighs. And I'm going to breathe. So yeah, if you have a harder foam roller than me, this could get really intense for you. Please make sure that regardless of how dense your foam roller is, that you drink water after you roll out. I mean, we should be drinking water anyway, but even more. And we're going to do 10 more of the top half. 9, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, one more. And now I'm going to roll forward to just above the kneecap, not on it, and do from the center to that point. And please be careful with your knees. We're not supposed to roll, of course, directly on the knees, but close to it. Eight more here. 8 and 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and one more time. Okay, and then I'm going to go just a few times all the way to the top, to all the way to just above the knee. All the way to the pelvis, and back again. One more. Ooh, okay. Let's flip. I'm going to sit my tush right on the foam roller. And let's bring the knees over to one side. I'm first coming over to the left so I can feel the foam roller on my left tush. And I'm going to roll it out. The more I move my knees around, the more deeply I can massage the whole area and the hip as well. If you have a knot that you roll over, you may want to just take a minute and go back and forth on that place a few times. And we'll do a few more here. Please don't hold your breath as you roll out. I know it's tempting because sometimes this can actually take my breath away. And then I'm going to bring my knees over to the other side. Couple more here. Okay, and then last but not least, I'm going to roll forward and I'm going to scooch forward and bring this lower back, but not on the lumbar spine, like lower thoracic spine. And then my feet will come forward a little bit, my hands will come back. And I'm going to roll through the thoracic spine to the base of the neck. I'm not going onto the cervical spine or onto the lumbar spine. I'm staying away from those two areas and just rolling out the center. Couple more here. And then I'm going to land right where my shoulder blades are. And then I'm going to slowly lower my head I can bring my head to the ground as long as the foam roller is in the right place. And then I'm going to bring my arms out wide. This is a pretty intense stretch. Even lying this way without the foam roller can be a nice way to open the chest and stretch the chest. If this is too intense, you can always put a rolled up towel underneath your low back. That's a little more gentle. I'm going to take one more deep breath here. And then I'm going to use my own hands to support that heavy head. And I'm coming up to sit. One more stretch for the road. One leg out, this is my left leg. Right leg in, left leg out. And I'll reach out towards the toes and a big side stretch. Try and relax the shoulders. Arm and ear are kind of close to one another. You can rotate and face the leg. And then come all the way up, and we'll go the other way. And we can rotate, face the floor. And come all the way up. Okay, I'm gonna come up to stand through a down dog. Sounds like a nice idea. You can pedal your legs if you'd like. Give yourself 2 more deep breaths here. And when you're done with that next exhale, you can start to come back together with your hands and your feet. I'm going to walk my hands towards my feet. And then hang, heavy head, hands to elbows. Moving my upper body right and left a little bit just to deepen the stretch through the legs and the spine. Probably best to keep your eyes open. And then release the arms, soften the knees, and rebuild. We did it. Awesome work. Have a super lovely day. Enjoy.